Oh, yo. So, I think y'all know already. Today is officially update day. Now we waited, what, 2.5 weeks, maybe 3 weeks, 4 weeks for a good official update with some content. And, man, we got content, bro. We got content. So, I want to tell you pretty much everything that I know that is coming today's update. And, I'm saying, we got to start it off like this. Okay, so like I was saying, so there's a lot of stuff that's going to be worked on and is also coming out this update. Now, we don't know every single thing that's coming out this update, but we do know some things that are coming out in future updates. So obviously, if y'all been keeping up with inside the Discord server, you have seen all the change logs. So we are getting a heap load of balance changes and some fixes throughout the whole game. The game's going to feel a lot smoother. Now, I could read over all of them, but it's going to be way too much. So I think I'm gonna just read over some of them that I think is the most, like, you know what I'm saying, like the best ones that they're adding to the game. So I feel like the most important stuff, especially towards CCGs, especially since we are getting the Quinks requirements going to be dropping today, or mostly dropping today, is that raid bosses and normal bosses in game is going to be giving 3,000 rep, and I forgot how much the normal bosses are going to be giving, but it's going to be way easier getting rep in this new update. Now, speaking of rep, there is a clip going around of XY saying the requirements for Quinks, and I really hope it is not true, but I'm going to show the clip. Let me know what y'all think, because I think these requirements are kind of insane. And yeah, but as you see, I really hope it's not real. But I feel like with the new update of how much how much rep you can get, especially if you go in PD and you farm the normal bosses, since now every single boss gives rep, I really think it might be real. But as soon as the requirements do drop, I'm going to let y'all know, because I do have a Quink slot on the way trying to be progressed for Quinks. So I'm going to be one of the first people to get it. Mark my words. So next I want to talk about is that skill boxes are going to be bankable, so as skin boxes. I know a lot of people has lost some because they aren't bankable, and that's been a problem for a while. Certes V2 crit is now officially fixed, and then my ghouls, your cognates is going to go from 60 minutes all the way down to 30 minutes. There is now a meat seller inside of the CCG base instead of having going all the way down to the containers. CCGs and ghouls are not able to do parties together, so I'm pretty sure you can have a cross team boss raid now. Now, hopefully you can boss raid with cross team, but I feel like they might not have it like that since they didn't put in the update log or the change log, but let's just hope it does. Dashing now removes force field. So if you didn't know, most ways to cheese the bosses is by using force field and dashing around, but now that it's gone, fighting bosses have to just be normal fights, just like Ito, Tatara. But I feel like the Ghoul community is going to find another way, and as soon as that other way is found out, I'm gonna let y'all know. And we gotta keep this grind going. We can't stop. Ghoul points, the gold points have been increased from 1,000 to a cap of 1.5 thousand. Now it isn't much, but it definitely is better than the 1K that it has, because 1K, like, a lot of gold points would get avoided and it was just a lot of wasted gold points, so that is pretty good. I'm pretty excited for that. Now, Arta and Arta Joker did get a nerf and a buff, so mostly just a buff actually, but Arta's damage has been increased. Arta's damage buff when the hunger is gone is also been increased, and the drain is a little bit slower. Now I'm pretty sure it's actually more of a buff, and yeah, it actually is a buff. I'm completely tripping. And this goes for Proto and the Joker, so both of them got buffed. The AUS move stack is completely patched. Ours crit goes from 10 to 6 seconds, so I think our actually might be pretty decent after this update, since the crit being a long cooldown is really holding it back. Solus has gotten a huge nerf, bro. The Solus C on max skill damage was doing over 50 damage. Now, if you don't know, the average player without defense has 325 HP on a CCG, one move doing 50 damage is a lot of damage, bro. That was doing over a bar and a half. That's why a lot of Solus players were cooking you at. Y'all don't gotta worry. But Solus did get a buff around the other moves, because the other moves were doing about 10 damage while one move was doing 50, and they feel like they had to balance that out. Quinks just got a buff. It's crazy how it's getting a buff before it's even out, but yes, it actually got a buff, and now it does have regen. So, and I quote, Quinks now has regen in mode, healing a flat 12 HP and consumes double the hunger below half of max Ghoul regen. So basically, imagine the max full mel RC regen like soft cap or hard cap, whatever you call it, but now just half of that, but only in your Quinks mode. If you're not in Quinks mode, you do not get the regen. And then Souls with a little bit more of a nerf as well. The incineration per hit on posture got low from 25 to 15, so it's easier to block that move, and moves no longer, you know what I'm saying, bypasses the dodge. So the C move on Solus, you can now dodge it just like the Jason C. And another thing that is super great that Borger has done is that none of the NPCs are going to be fucking prime anywhere at Goku anymore. So I'm not gonna lie, I think getting Arita and getting Kakaja might be extremely easy now, because the boss fight is not going to be extremely hard. Now, I don't know if the move stacking out of these NPCs are gone, but majority of these NPCs have been fixed, so they're not gonna parry and dodge everything, and you don't have like a 12-minute Kakaja fight. Now, getting onto the video, onto the stage. So on the stage that happened, I'm not gonna lie, there wasn't much that was said, since it was mostly brainstorming ideas, but there is a clip, or not clip, there is a portion of the stage that XY did say 4 new cognates are going to be dropped this update. And I really hope he's not lying, because 4 new cognates is pretty decent content for some ghouls. And you know, I know some of y'all ghouls like gambling more than actually playing the game, especially with the new goal point cap. Y'all can live y'all life, man. But some more stuff to be looking forward to that has been also talked about on top of the lower stage is that we are getting half cockages that we already have now and full cockages. So for example, Ito's going to have a half cockager and a full cockager. Same thing with pretty sure Takazawa is also getting a full cockager, because that has a half cockager as of right now. And then we also have a, what do you call it, rework? We have a Nisho V1 and V2 visual and moveset rework. So it's got a full rework. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not the biggest fan of it, but a rework's a rework, so I am going to try to see if it's good or not. I'm gonna give my honest opinion. Then we also have half human dropping. Half human is probably not going to drop this update, but it's going to be dropping very soon. I've heard from some birdies around that it's pretty much on the way. If it's not this update, is most likely going to be next update. And then the topic of One-Eye Ghoul being accessible is also on its way. It's called One-Eye Edict. There is a really rare chance that you are able to spawn with One-Eye Ghoul. And yeah. I don't know how it's gonna work. I heard it's probably be like a 0.005% chance, and if you wipe, there's like a higher chance of getting it. It's supposed to be something along the lines of Rogue, where like you like something, you got all the way up, then you have to wipe, and then you like do the quest line and you progress during the quest line. That's how you progress it. I hope it's just, I think it's still a concept as of right now, so don't take my word too serious. And yeah, so Furuta might be one of the new cognates that drop. We might also get the first new mythical cognate for might be Furuta, but they were also talking about mythical cognates. One of the mythical cognates that they were talking about that might be confirmed to not maybe drop, but confirmed as a mythical is going to be Dragon Rize, or I don't know if I got it wrong or right. I'm not gonna lie, I completely forgot, but it might be I think it was Dragon Kaneki. If you know what I'm talking about, my fault if I'm wrong, but something, you know, like the cognate that Kaneki had where he covered the whole like of Tokyo, but not that one, like the human version of it, or like the actual body version of it. And there's just a lot of stuff coming. There's a lot of stuff coming, and I really think this could save Ghoul Re, bro. This is where Ghoul Re can really shine. If they sell, maybe it's just not meant to be. But it has to work, bro. There's no way it doesn't work. Well, that's gonna be your boy Uncle Yogu. Let me know if I missed anything else. Please let everybody know in the comments what I missed out, so everybody can equally eat. You know what I'm saying? But Thank y'all for pulling up. Let me know if y'all found anything that y'all didn't know that's coming out this update, and I'm gonna catch up boys next time. Make sure y'all stay safe, man, and prepare for the update.